Hey guys, what's up? It's Vampire Bride. A few weeks ago I put out a video of repairing an Xbox 360 controller. I have found quite a few more for very cheap prices that just needed a little fixing up and decided to make a bit of a series out of fixing up parts like this. Let's get started. People don't realize how gross these things get. Who doesn't like to have a snack while gaming? Well, the crumbs and residue inevitably end up in every little crevice of the controllers, along with dead skin and whatnot from your fingers. One controller I cleaned even had a significant amount of earwax in it. How that happened, I'm not too sure. But anyways, it might be a good idea to do a little controller cleaning before they end up looking like these. I saw this red one on a mobile buying-selling app. Turns out it was at a pawn shop, so I quickly went and picked it up. It came with a blue Xbox 360. Weird, I know, as a matching controller originally came with it. But whatever, I've always liked this version of the Xbox 360 and wanted a backup in case something happened to mine. And this special edition Xbox 360 makes a great addition to my collection. Even though I haven't really began to collect special edition consoles yet, just the mini variety of controllers. And this was the controller I've been looking for, as it is the Resident Evil 5 Special Edition. And those who have watched my channel know I love Resident Evil 5. The thumbsticks were pretty badly chewed up. And I changed the board as well because the buttons on it felt pretty sticky and it had obviously had a rough life. So I went ahead and changed the board instead of waiting and having it go out soon or having problems with it later. You can pretty much tell what to do from the video, and I also explained some in my previous video. I clean it with alcohol, Q-tips, and a microfiber cloth, trying to get in every little part of the controller. And of course, all the buttons and holes. As with all this gunk built up, they will start to stick, causing problems when you try to game. It won't turn out perfect, but it will definitely be better. For this one, I needed to remove the D-pad as it was very nasty inside there. To remove the D-pad, you unscrew the two screws and use two small screwdrivers to press the little tabs inside together, releasing it. It's pretty simple as long as you have the right size screwdriver, which took me a minute to find. Because I was changing the board, I needed to change the triggers, as the one on the board I was replacing it with were white and I needed the black ones to match the rest of the controller. This part got a bit tricky. You pull the little lever looking piece out of place, then pull the two sides apart. Don't lose the spring inside the trigger when it pops open. Then just pull it off the little tabs. Obviously, it reverses process to put it all back together. It may take a couple of tries to get it together without popping the spring back out. Replacing the A, B, X, and Y buttons is pretty simple because they only fit in one way. Each is different, so you can't put them back in the wrong spots. It can take a bit of pressure to press the board into place. Obviously, you don't want to be rough with it, but it will require a bit of pressing. I attempted to switch the bumpers on this controller with some ones that I had gotten off of eBay, but they were just a tad bit off and didn't feel right at all. The original bumpers weren't that bad, so I went ahead and took the whole controller apart again and put them back on. I fixed up or modded two other controllers, which I'll show pictures of, but I didn't video as that would get a little redundant and boring as you've already seen it 2 to 3 times now. But I thought I would show the final effects of the modding. This is another controller that I just modded. It was still in really good condition, but I thought the black and white look was really cool when you remove the colored buttons and whatnot. This sticker still being placed over the screw indicates that this controller has probably never been taken apart. But right now there isn't really a way around it, as it really needs to be cleaned and fixed up if it's going to be in use longer. This blue one I ordered off of eBay for fairly cheap. It came with a chat pad. I have a black chat pad, but it's always nice to have a spare one, and in a different color is so cool, just one more thing for my collection. Pretty much went through the same process here in changing the thumbsticks, but it needed a little extra cleaning. Part of this controller looked like it had had a sticker over it and had residue left behind. Usually for game cases and such, I would use Goo Gone, but I tried that on a PlayStation 1 and it literally melted part of one of the buttons, so of course I wasn't going to try that, and just scrubbed it off with a Q-tip and rag. This controller was nothing short of disgusting, as you'll see in parts of the video and pictures of the before and after. I don't show the whole cleaning process and whatnot with this controller as to not bore you, as it's really been shown twice already. You can use alcohol on the board because it dries so quickly. Just put a small amount on a Q-tip and gently clean it. I used a toothpick to get into the smaller places, such as the start button, and then just wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. Well, that about wraps this video up. Hit that like button if you liked this video. And of course, subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this one. Thank you all so much.